brought in a new team, new strength and conditioning coaches, new nutritionists. So this is the best I've...
Ladies and gentlemen, brace up because the world of combat sports is about to witness one of the most thrilling showdowns of the century.
So this is your offer. $3 million. You put 3, I put 3. Winner takes all.
As a boxer?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And listen, what Jake Paul has accomplished is he's fighting old guys.
Yes.
He's fighting, all he fights are old guys and whatever. But listen, say what you want, he wins. And he makes money. So he's doing his thing, you know?
Jake Paul, the YouTube phenomenon turned professional boxer, has just delivered a bombshell that has sent shockwaves through social media, the boxing industry, and beyond. That's right, Jake Paul has announced his next opponent. And folks, it's none other than the man, the myth, the legend
If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living fuck out of a fucking goofy, fucking entitled dickhead like you. You know my name, Andrew Tate.
Self. Andrew Tate. Now, if you've been living under a rock and don't know who Andrew Tate is, let me break it down for you. Andrew Tate, or Top G, is a 4-time kickboxing world champion, a social media phenomenon, and one of the most divisive people on the internet. Love him or loathe him, there's no doubting that Andrew Tate delivers personality, controversy, and fighting experience like few others in the fight game. And now, he's getting into the ring to confront Jake Paul. This contest is more than just a confrontation between two digital titans. It's a fight of egos, a conflict of ideologies, and maybe the ultimate test for Jake Paul's boxing career. Let's get into the meaty facts of why this battle is so big and why Andrew Tate could just be the man to end Jake Paul's reign once and for all. First, let's talk about Jake Paul. Over the past several years, Jake has gone from being a contentious YouTuber to a serious power in the boxing world. He's chalked up an outstanding record, defeating previous MMA champions, NBA players, and seasoned fighters. Love him or loathe him, Jake Paul has silenced many naysayers by demonstrating he's not just a hype generator but a devoted athlete. He's battled names like Tyron Woodley, Ben Askren, and even Anderson Silva, icons in their own sports. Jake's conditioning, knockout power, and persistent self-promotion have made him one of the most talked about characters in combat sports. But here's the thing, while Jake has been great, many say he's yet to play someone who's a real striker in their prime. And that's where Andrew Tate comes in. Andrew Tate is not your typical boxer. He's a 4-time kickboxing world champion who's been in the trenches, battled some of the hardest opponents in the world, and knows what it takes to win at the highest level. His hitting is crisp, his footwork is excellent, and his mental game, unshakable. While Jake Paul has been busy making headlines in the boxing ring, Andrew Tate has been dominating social media, garnering millions of followers with his unvarnished ideas, motivational speeches, and larger-than-life attitude. But don't let the glitzy lifestyle fool you, this man is a fighter through and through. And here's the kicker, Andrew Tate has been open about his contempt for Jake Paul. He's called him out on several times, criticizing his talents, his opponents, and his credentials as a fighter. For years, fans have been begging to see these two square off. And now, it's finally happening. This isn't just another celebrity boxing bout. This is a battle of philosophies. On one side, you have Jake Paul, the brash, youthful disruptor who lives on proving people wrong. On the other, you have Andrew Tate, the seasoned veteran with a no-nonsense approach and a chip on his shoulder. It's youth versus experience, flash versus grit, new school versus old school. But let's not kid ourselves, the stakes for this war are immense. For Jake Paul, this is a chance to establish his legacy and prove he can hang with a great striker. But for Andrew Tate, this is personal. Tate has made it obvious that he regards Jake as a pretender, someone who's been sheltered by carefully picked opponents. If Tate wins, he doesn't simply beat Jake Paul, he maybe kills his career. Let's talk about why Andrew Tate could just have the edge in this battle. First off, the man's military experience is unequaled. Unlike Jake, who's been boxing for a few years, Tate has spent decades refining the art of striking. His timing, his accuracy, and his ability to read opponents are second to none. Then there's his mental tenacity. Andrew Tate is not someone who gets rattled easily. He's gone through fights in the ring, overcome hardship, and come out on top. Jake Paul might be used to the bright lights and enormous venues, but Andrew Tate has been there, done that, and then some. And let's not overlook the psychological warfare. Andrew Tate is a specialist at getting inside his opponent's thoughts. He understands how to press buttons, how to exploit flaws, and how to make his opponents doubt themselves. Jake Paul might be confident now, but can he face the relentless mind tricks of the top G? That's a completely new ballgame. Now, to be fair, we can't count Jake Paul out. Say what you will about him, but the dude understands how to train. He's got knockout power, a great crew behind him, and the type of self-belief that's hard to shake. Jake has progressed with every bout, and he's demonstrated that he's ready to put in the work to succeed. But here's the thing. Jake has never encountered someone like Andrew Tate. The degree of expertise, the caliber of hitting, and the mental fortitude that Tate brings to the table are on a whole new level. This isn't a retired MMA fighter or an athlete from another sport. This is a world-class striker who's still in terrific form and ready to prove a point. The lead-up to this battle is going to be nothing short of amazing. Both Jake Paul and Andrew Tate are skilled showmen who know how to sell a fight. Expect trash language, mind games, and enough drama to keep the internet buzzing for months. Social media is already on fire with conjecture, memes, and heated conversations over who's going to come out on top. But behind the hoopla, there's a true feeling of interest about this battle. Can Jake Paul rise to the occasion and shock the world once again? Or will Andrew Tate reveal him as a phony and secure his own status as one of the deadliest men on the planet? So, what's going to happen when these two eventually go into the ring? Well, if you ask the top G, he'll tell you he's going to knock Jake Paul out cold. And honestly, that's not a far-fetched forecast. With his expertise, power, and technique, Andrew Tate has all the weapons to end this battle in a devastating way. But Jake Paul has a flair for confounding expectations. He's younger, hungrier, and has the momentum on his side. If he can survive the storm and find a way to land one of those massive right hands, who knows? Anything can happen in boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the battle we've all been waiting for. Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate is more than simply a boxing contest. It's a cultural event, a meeting of titans, and a bout that might reshape the landscape of combat sports. Whether you're Team Paul or Team Tate, one thing is for sure, this is going to be a show for the ages. So mark your calendars, load up on popcorn, and get ready for what promises to be one of the most talked about fights in history. Will Jake Paul quiet the naysayers once again? Or will Andrew Tate put a stop to the problem child's career? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, you do not want to miss this. Stay tuned, battle aficionados, for the greatest is yet to come.